Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Realtors Who Drink. Nikki and Ashley here, and we're here with our Alabama Gulf Coast team. We have Brandon and Ginger. So we're going to talk about all the things Gulf Coast.
Woohoo, we can't wait. It's our favorite place to be.
Yes,
even in the
it is.
winter when it's 40 degrees.
Yes, it is freezing outside, and we love it. We're warm.
Absolutely, because it's sunny and we're at the beach.
Yes.
And what did I tell you yesterday? It never rains at the beach.
It does, but okay.
It doesn't when I'm here. So, you are fairly new to real estate. You've been around for a couple of years. What have y'all kind of seen in the last couple of months happen? I know it's been what you would say slow, but what have you seen with prices, Brandon?
So back 2 years ago or so, things were on skyrocketing
Fire.
around here.
Yes.
Everything was going crazy. Recently, I've seen things kind of act like it's getting back to normal
Yeah.
a little bit. It's not dropping, I mean, it's dropping, it's going down slowly, but it's correcting itself. It's not, plummeting like a lot of people
I kind
think
of feel
that it's
like
going to. But
that's what we kind of predicted.
Yeah.
The end of
Right.
2024.
We see a lot of price
I think it's happening a
reductions.
little slower than I think I would have thought it was going to happen. But he's right with the word correcting itself. It's getting back to affordable pricing. Are you seeing the same thing?
Absolutely. There's definitely a shift. I feel like, it's just been a slow transition. But those prices that were skyrocketing because the supply of housing was limited and the building was limited. So prices quadrupled in some places. Well, we're no longer, in COVID. Our economy has improved. It's going to be a phenomenal 2025.
I agree.
I just know that, so I feel like the market is definitely coming around, and I've even had people, questioning me for the last, few weeks or interest. They wanting to find properties down here, and just people with new positive outlook on the economy and on the market. So just lots of positivity.
Well, I think that the short-term rentals went so high after COVID that these became more expensive properties because they were making so much money.
Well, and I mean, just getting an Airbnb. When we're trying to get an
That's what I'm
Airbnb
talking
at that
about,
time was insane. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to spend $3,000 to go for 5 days.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it really got to the point where some week vacations for normal American families was $10,000
for the
a
week. Yeah.
So what did you see did you see here, being here for the last 3 years, that kept people from coming?
Yeah, so this past year, I've talked to a couple people in the property management companies. They said rentals were down a ton this past year. It was election year, so that's kind of normal anyway. People kind of slow down and come in and stuff like that. But prices went up, taxes increased this year. So a lot less people came to the beach. They could afford it.
Right.
It was, for a week stay at the beach at a pretty average condo, you were looking at almost $7,000 for a family.
Yeah. When you're used to paying $3,000, $3,500.
And $7,000 for a normal average American family is a lot of money.
And you can go
It's a
anywhere in
lot.
the world for that.
Well, absolutely. You can go somewhere else in the world. You don't have to come to Orange Beach, where you still have to buy your food and you still have to get down here and you still have to buy groceries and all the things. But I do see that, and we talked about this for the last 2 years. I saw the prices, the nightly prices coming down, and what that meant was exactly what Brandon said, was an adjustment in the prices that were here.
Yeah.
Now, will that be everywhere else? We don't know, because we don't specialize in everywhere else, but we do specialize in the Alabama Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when this becomes affordable, especially with so much new construction, so many new restaurants, so much
An airport coming.
Okay, so
what?
talk about that. Tell us about that.
Yes.
So that's exactly what I'm thinking as you all were talking about, the rest of the world, and we just know what we have here, and I can attest to what we have here. I feel like anyone who invests here, your investment is going to be secure. We have in May, in just a couple of months, the Gulf Shores Airport is going to start having commercial flights.
That's amazing.
To 6 major cities in the United States. Very affordable. I looked into that. We also have, if you're interested in moving here, maybe you're not just wanting investment property, we have lots of new neighborhoods that families live in, like the neighborhood I live in Gulf Shores. There is a Gulf Shores High School coming up. It's not only is it going to be state of the art, beautiful facility.
So will it be kind of like the new Orange Beach
287,000
one?
square feet.
It'd be a
Well,
lot nicer.
size-wise-
It's gonna be a lot
Size
nicer.
wise, it's going to be like way larger. It's 287,000 square feet.
Wow.
Wow.
It's state of the art, and the programs there. I was just looking earlier. They're offering a culinary program, a biomedical program, an
Aviation.
engineering program, an aviation program.
That's amazing.
Kids who want to go to school and go into the aviation program, they can leave there as a certified drone pilot and with credentials to becoming FAA certified pilot, licensed pilot.
So what I think is so cool about this area is that it has adapted itself to be a residence versus just where you're looking at. I know lots of people, I'm not saying lots of people don't live on the Florida Gulf Coast. They don't live in Destin. I know they do. But 30A has turned itself into a destination. This has made itself more of a hometown.
Absolutely.
I mean,
residential.
your
yeah,
family has lived here for
absolutely.
years and years and years, or had a house here for years, and there's just certain neighborhoods that you go in and you just know these people are here for the long haul. And you know what? They're not here for the fancy restaurants. They're not here. They have them if you want them, but they're not here for the fancy restaurants. They're here for the golf cart rides around the neighborhood.
And the beach
Absolutely.
vibes,
And
and
the
the,
beach
yeah,
vibes,
the little hole in the
absolutely.
walls,
and
and
it definitely
Absolutely.
it's different.
yeah.
And,
It's a little more spread
but
out
I definitely
than
also think that
places
this
like
place
Destin and
has
stuff like
gained
that.
some polish. I think that's the best way I can say it. Over the last 10 years, there's been some polish put on because they have to compete.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
I mean, Destin, you're spending $10,000 for a week now.
1000%. But you also can't go outside of your condo in Destin and get down the road 3 miles in less than an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, so
no,
way too big
no
for me.
dissing on Destin. We love Destin too, but this place is not what y'all think. It's not where it was 5 years ago. And I think if you came here and you gave it a shot, especially with prices getting more affordable, these guys could make something happen that you could make money on, a great
Absolutely.
investment,
Or
or
residential.
you move your family here
I'm
and
telling you,
this
it's
becomes your new
top-notch.
residence, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So a lot of things with like the Florida, I know I was in Santa Rosa recently, and you have the beach, and then you have houses / condos, and then the next 4 or 5 blocks are also houses and condos. It's compact, right on the beach. Whereas here, it is spread out. It is compact, but it is spread out a little bit more. It's where you have the one road, and then you have on either side, and then you have the bay behind it. So you can't really stack on stack on stack on stack.
Which I
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
So
So
you
it
don't
keeps
have
it
rows
spread
and
out.
grids. I mean, honestly, there's not a place that you can be, especially in Orange Beach, but also in Gulf Shores.
Right.
When you get down to Fort
Right.
Morgan, there's not a place that you can be that you can't get to a bay or a beach within a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
There's a boat
Right.
launch somewhere
I
close.
love that.
Right.
For sure.
Me too.
If you're a boat person,
And
I think
Because you
you'd
don't
love
live in
that.
a neighborhood that's on the water,
No, I
but
don't.
you can get to it.
That's what I was gonna say. Like the neighborhood I live on is a no flood area, flood X. I don't pay flood insurance. It's very much comparable to what I was paying my home in Louisiana before I moved here. I am a 7-minute drive to the hangout
Right.
and the beach.
Right.
I'm right there, and it's a very affordable way of life. And look, I'm just gonna say, like my son lives here as well. He goes to school here. So a day in his life would be like this. Okay, so I drop him off at school. He's getting top-notch education, wonderful friends from wonderful families. The school is very close-knit. In his school, it's 7th through 12th grade. There are less than 700 kids there. It's a very small community. He has made very close friends in the 3 years that we've been here.
And you feel safe.
I feel safe on the days that I'm not able to pick him up. Well, last year they weren't driving. So a friend of his sometimes would drive the golf cart to school. This is how safe we are.
Yeah, yeah.
So he would be
That is
picked
cool.
up from practice, from soccer practice, or from school on the golf cart.
Which is
Then
hilarious.
they would leave school on a good spring day and head straight down to the beach on the golf cart
Right.
path.
Yeah.
Never in a million years, 5 years ago, would I have imagined that life
This
would
is the
have
life.
evolved into this. it truly is a blessing. I'm gonna get teary eyed.
So, but
It is.
But it has been a blessing to your family, and I think that's
It
the
is.
cool thing about this area, the Alabama Gulf Coast, and where you live in Bear Point, where she lives in Gulf Shores, is that this has become more of a place that you land.
Yes.
It's the best vibes.
It
I
really-
mean,
it
it's
really
literally
is.
the best
There's
vibes.
no
Yeah.
hurry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't get crowded because it's the
It
beach. It's gonna
can.
get crowded, but you know
But
what?
you go home.
New Orleans gets crowded.
Get away
Baton
from
Rouge
it.
gets
Yeah.
crowded.
Yes.
You know, everything gets crowded, but I think that the key here is that if you decided to make an investment here to make money for a little while, and then you decided that maybe this is where you want to be, I don't know that you have to change your whole lifestyle for it. You just
No.
become part of this community, which so far
Absolutely.
I think is
You are part of the community.
I'm part of the community.
Yeah,
I'm here.
yeah. She's always
I
here.
love
Yeah.
I know a big thing that Orange Beach and Gulf Shores prides themselves. I've heard the mayor say it themselves is it being a family-friendly community.
It is.
They make sure that everything's taken care of, where families can come here, have a good time, spend the week, enjoy, and then go home or
Well,
stay here.
I mean,
if
y'all
they
all
live
talked
here.
about it a while ago. Like, this is not somewhere where if you go somewhere on New Year's Eve, you have to worry about your kids.
Yeah.
It's a safe place to be.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
one of the safest communities there is.
Absolutely.
So, look, we're not going to tell you where to be. What I'm going to tell you is if you want to be somewhere, this is a great place to be. It's close to the beach. It's got the beach vibes. It's still got old school Orange Beach and Gulf Shores vibes here to me.
Oh yeah.
It's got great food. It's got great shopping. It's got great realtors.
It's got incredible fishing. This is
Incredible
Oh,
fishing.
yes.
one of the number one fishing ports on the Gulf
Yeah,
Coast. It's
absolutely.
a major
you do it all the
fishing
time.
port.
You love that.
Can I
There's-
ask
yes.
why you never
Sure,
take us
fish.
fishing when we're here?
Big fish in the bay.
There's-
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
I go
those
on someone
turtles,
else's boat.
redfish,
But
right off of the
Right
pier.
off.
All right, next time we come, we're gonna make a
we'll go out there. We'll go out there
fishing.
fishing.
So-
and
I love fishing.
If you
So
guys are
much fun.
interested in making an investment, if you guys are interested in just making a move, because you know what? Hell, it's the beach, then give us a call because we would love to help you. And our Alabama Gulf Coast team is always here.
Yes.
One more thing. This is also Little Nashville for those of you who like country music. So this is
Oh,
Nashville
that's
on the
true.
beach.
The music
Kenny
scene is pretty
Chesney,
hot.
Miranda Lambert are going to be here January 25th. And we know that Morgan Wallen has now bought the...
In May.
In May, he has his
Yep.
Sand in the Boots Festival. Y'all, this is the place to be. Live country music everywhere, all
So it
year
may
long.
just be the place that you should get in now.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Give us a call. We got you.
Yes. Cheers.
Happy New Year
Happy New
2025.
Year.